So what is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology. Galaxy A51 versus Samsung Galaxy S10. We're looking at a mid-range beast. Well, I don't know if it's a beast in performance, but it's definitely a beast in the value department versus the Samsung S10, an extremely popular Samsung flagship. So let's go ahead and begin with the lock screens. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the quick launch feature for the cameras. And you're going to notice that the S10 is a lot faster to launch that camera from the rear. Now, we can also swipe up and see a lot quicker to open that camera on the S10. So this could be the difference between getting a photo and missing the photo or getting a blurry photo. Now, one thing you're also going to notice is that the Galaxy A51 and S10 also do feature in-display fingerprint sensors. A50, the one that came before the A51, was pretty bad. So let's see how it does stack up against the S10. 3, 2, and 1. And you can see A51 doing pretty nice there. Let's go again. 3, 2, 1. And you could see very good performance on both. So the A51, I do like the improvement to the fingerprint sensor. It just feels a little bit more responsive than that A50. So not a big deal of difference here. Again, if you don't put your finger correctly on either, they can miss. But I will say that I'm pretty impressed with the A51. It's pretty much on par with the S10, not too far behind in terms of just speed of opening up. And they do have facial scanning 2D. It's not iris and it's not protected. So I wouldn't use it as your main authentication. But yeah, these in terms of unlocking are pretty similar. All right, guys, so check this out. They're on the same software. So we don't really got to worry too much about, oh, this is not a fair comparison because you don't have the same One UI version. You're getting the same thing whether you're on the A51 or the Samsung Galaxy S10. Okay, guys, so here we are at the application test. You can see everything closed out for the S10, everything closed out for A51. 9611 Exynos, and over here, Snapdragon 855, 8 gigs of RAM, 4 gigs of RAM. Let's go into calendar, 3, 2, 1. Yes, we do start with the basic apps, then we get into more third-party stuff. You see the animations on One UI 2 are very nice, but the S10 a lot faster to open up these applications so far. Now, it might not seem like much on camera, but day to day, when you are having this 0.5 second delay on the A51, it can feel a little bit sluggish by comparison to something like a Galaxy S10, for example. So what does that mean? Well, if you guys are going to see like, you know, a Galaxy S10 on eBay or something, or you're looking for an A51 and you're like, you know what, I could just pay $100 more and get that refurbished S10 or whatever, this might factor into that decision. Let's go into Instagram. You can see Instagram first there for the S10, but what you're noticing is that the A51 is pretty zippy. It's not that bad. Let's go into Play Store and let's go over here to games and let's go to applications and let's go into movies and TVs. And you can see pretty similar there in the Play Store. So I would say so far the A51 is keeping up with the S10, but definitely not faster. So yeah, there we go. Pretty good here in the Galaxy Store. Let's come home. But I do like the animations. They do give the illusion that the A51 is faster than it is. And you could see a lot slower there in the internet. And I find it to be slower in internet performance. And let's come home and let's go into Amazon, 3, 2, 1, and see which one could perform better. We do have the Galaxy S10 significantly faster to pop that open actually over the A51. And coming home, let's go into PUBG Mobile and see how long this does take to load up. We're going to zoom in just a bit here. Let's come out just a little bit. And this does take a little bit longer. And yes, to confirm, yes, the A51 can play games. It does get a little bit warm because it's got some plastic on there, but it can play games. It does take a little bit longer to load though, so be a little bit patient with it. You can see we're ready to start this match already here in the S10, whereas at the A51, we're still waiting here. So a significant jump when we're talking about gaming on a flagship device, or even, you know, it doesn't even have to be the S10. It could just be one of those gaming phones that have, you know, better specs than the A51. So keep this in mind. If you are going to be doing gaming, you might want to seriously consider not getting the A51. This is more of just the everyday phone for basic tasks and just using all of the productivity features, I would say, on a budget, giving you a lot of the Samsung stuff that you want, but you don't want to pay for it on like a S10, for example. So coming out of there, let's go into, I thought that was gonna like just not open or close. Actually, that was a little bit of a lag right there on the A51. Let's go into Asphalt 9 and see how long this takes to just load up to get in the game. And you can see that the S10 definitely in the lead here. We're already actually to the game on the S10, and we're still waiting here on the A51. So let's just back out of there and let's go into the next one, which is going to be Geekbench 3, 2, 1, and we'll run those tests later. You can see that we're ready to accept here on the S10 first. All around, the S10 is snappier. I mean, of course, it's pretty obvious. You could guess that before you watch the video. And now what I want to do is just kind of go through the applications to see if either will start reloading stuff or get a little bit choppy when just opening up these applications. And you could see the A51 and the S10 are doing pretty similar performance so far. You can see PUBG, I probably lost in that match already, but I'm surprised that the A51, it's doing pretty good here, just reloading this stuff up. Let's go into Amazon. So 4 gigabytes of RAM is not always bad because Samsung's getting better at optimizing the One UI on their phone. So you can get by better today in 2020 with 4 gigs of RAM than you could have been able to years ago. Like on the Samsung Galaxy S7, for example, that needed more RAM. Let's go into Twitter and you can see reload there. So yeah, after a while, you get a little bit too many applications open. Everything starts to reload there for the A51, just further showing you why you're paying a little bit more for a premier Samsung phone. So let's do a quick browser test here. Let's go to yahoo.com on both devices, yahoo.com. And keep in mind, I made a video how to activate beast mode if you're having a little bit of sluggish performance with your A51. I'll leave it linked down below. And let's go 3, 2, 1. And see which one gets there first. You can see even web browsing is going to be faster for the Samsung Galaxy S10 over the A51 every time. So let's go to the next website. How about we go to wikipedia.com, wikipedia.com, 3, 2, 1. And let's go again. And there we go with the Galaxy S10 for the win again. Again, it's keeping up. The A51 keeps up, but it doesn't beat it. So yes, you do get better web browsing performance as well on something like an S10, S10 Plus, Galaxy Note 10. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this Geekbench 4 synthetic benchmark, and I will speed it up. I'll let you see which one finishes first. I'll be back in a second. 3, 2, go. And so here are the scores for the Galaxy S10, 745 on the single, 29 on the multi for Geekbench 5. You can see that we're only at 62%. This is just showing how much more powerful you get in the CPU department. Just paying a little bit more, a couple $100 more, you're getting a much more powerful CPU. And this is where the difference does shine. You can see we're just slugging along here on the Galaxy A51 at 72%. I'll be back when it's fully done. So we're finally finished, and you can see single core not too far off of the Galaxy S10, 745, 348, but that multi-core not even close. So yeah, all around you can see that the A51 just much slower in that performance in the CPU. Let's go ahead and do a gaming benchmark now, and we'll hit play right here, and we'll be back when these are done. All right, guys, so we're waiting on the A51 to finish up. Here are the final results for the Galaxy S10. Overall score, 5,575, a 6,218 on the graphics, and a physics score of 4,094. You can see the slingshot is 4,807. So pretty good results here for the Galaxy S10, but how will the A51 fare by comparison? And you can see the A51 not even close here. So, I mean, you can see it when it's doing the test. This phone just couldn't handle the graphics, so graphical performance is going to be pretty terrible by comparison on the A51 versus the S10. And that brings me on to my conclusion. Yes, we kind of already knew it was going to be faster, but by how much? It's a significant jump in performance in both games and everyday CPU speed. Where the A51 will be fine is for general use. That's about it. And if you want the OLED, you want the big screen, you want the modern design, pretty decent camera. A51 is a stunner when it comes to just offering you a beautiful phone that can just handle daily tasks just fine. But anything more than that, you probably want to steer clear. Anyway, which one would you go with? The Samsung Galaxy A51 or S10? Comment that down below. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Nick here helping you to master your technology. Be sure to be well, and peace.